What's happening, everybody? Eric here, back at you with a brand new video. Now, in this video, we're going to be changing things up just a little bit. But before we dive into any of those details, you already know the drill. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button down below. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you through an active rest day of mine. So typically what that looks like on a day where I'm not lifting any weights at all, I get a little bit of cardio done first thing in the morning. Then I go for a nice long walk, get some of that fresh air in me. And then I pretty much just catch up on some stuff that I need to throughout the day when I'm busy with obviously everything else going on. But that's not all. We're going to be adding something a little bit extra this time around. So one thing I've never done before is a full 24-hour fast. So we're going to be tossing that into the mix today and see how everything goes. I do imagine that I'm probably going to be drinking just a little bit more coffee than what you guys saw me make already today. So just to give you guys a little bit of a time update, we're currently looking at 10:53 on Tuesday, March 8th. So as I mentioned, the first thing that I always start my active rest days with is some cardio. So we're going to get that going since I'm kind of dressed for the occasion. Let's go. All right, so quick update, a little bit over halfway through our walk right now. Currently coming up just over an hour and just under 5K. So probably finish around 9 to 10K by the time we're done. But fun fact for everyone, I did mention in one of my previous videos that I actually moved back to my hometown here. So the trails that I'm walking right now, I actually not only walked as a kid all the time, but last year when I was coming down and visiting as often as I was, I actually walked these almost every day with one of my best buddies. And it was actually one of the reasons that made me realize I wanted to come back and move back here. So fun stuff. So anyways, quick time update for everybody. We are currently at 2:24 right now. Not sure if you guys can see it with the glare. But yeah, hunger cues are definitely starting to hit me a little bit. But I have done intermittent fasting for quite a while before, so it is something that I'm kind of used to. But we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Gonna finish up this walk, probably go grab another coffee on the way back. So we'll see you guys in a few. All right, so we are back home. Had to charge the camera battery up just a little bit. So we're gonna give you guys all out there a quick time update. We are currently sitting at 5:39, right there. So since we're winding down on the day, I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a life update. Now, if you guys happen to follow my Instagram, which if you don't, you really should. So I'm gonna toss my handle on the screen for you right about now. But you also probably remember in one of my previous videos that I mentioned I sustained an injury not too long ago. So over the past little while, I've actually gotten quite a few messages just in regards to what my actual injury was, or just to give some more details about my injury. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So about 2 years ago, I started deadlifting. And I was able to progress when I started doing so and start to be able to really move some heavy weight around. Now, of course, wanting to take that progressive overload approach, every time I would keep going to the gym every week, I would continuously add more weight because it felt like my strength was there and then I could do it. Unfortunately, what ended up happening was my ego actually took over lifting all that weight and my lower back paid the price for it. So this, with continued overuse, actually triggered my sciatic nerve, and I started noticing pain continuously growing and growing as I continued to just keep lifting. Eventually it got to the point where the pain was just too much and I had to stop lifting for a little while. But after working with a chiropractor and getting acupuncture, I was more or less back to a point where the pain was more minimal than it was, and I was able to move around, so I just started lifting weights again. Now, here's where the problem was. I was never truly back to normal. I wasn't able to squat as heavy as I once could, and some days I would just be in pain from walking around for long periods of time. Now, fast forward to this past January, and during a back workout, I was actually doing some bent over rows, which is an exercise I've been doing for years and never experienced any pain from it, even after my original injury with my sciatic nerve and my lower disc. And for whatever reason, I'm assuming it was just, silly me and my ego putting too much weight on there. I felt the disc in my lower back go, and just the pain came back. And unfortunately, it was a lot worse this time around. Full transparency, it actually got so bad that I was bedridden for a month and couldn't even walk around without a good amount of pain for about 6 weeks. Now, here's the good news. It's almost been 2 months now, and I'm currently recovering very well from this. Now, with the help of an osteopath and also just being patient and letting time go by, letting my body heal, I'm actually able to walk around again and be mobile and somewhat active without experiencing too much pain. And this past week, I actually just started resistance training again with weights, which in itself is a huge reward for me. Now, the point that I'm really trying to make at the end of the day with all of you is just to listen to your body. If it's saying something doesn't feel right, then something probably isn't. And if you're lifting weights and the weight feels like it's too heavy, it probably is. The best piece of advice that I could give you is to be patient and be disciplined. If you're those two things, the results that you want are going to come your way. And the best part about it is they're going to come your way without that baggage. What baggage are you talking about? The baggage of a whole buttload of pain. Anyway, that's enough for me and my TED Talk. I think I'm going to go catch up on some laundry and just maybe dive into a little bit of childhood nostalgia. So we'll see you guys in a little while. All right, so last time update. So we are currently at 8:03, right there. So we got all of our laundry done. Enjoy a little bit of that N64 nostalgia. So even though it's a little bit early, I think I'm gonna head to bed and call it a night before my stomach decides that it hates me even more, or before I decide I'm gonna cave and get Tim Hortons on speed dial and order like 4 dozen donuts because I am hungry. So that's going to be a wrap for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this style of video and if you'd like to see me do it more often. It's something that I wouldn't say I'm super familiar with, but I had a lot of fun doing it and I would love to do it again if that's something you guys would like to see. So let me know in the comments below. But to wrap things up, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. Please just remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and toss me a good old-fashioned thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.